Example 5 says to multiply complex numbers in trig form, and here it gives you the two complex numbers. Go ahead and take a second to write that down. You may want to press pause so I don't get ahead of you. And then down here underneath it in red is the formula. It says that z1 times z2, where z1 and z2 are complex numbers, is equal to r1 times r2. And remember that r is this number right here. This is the r for each one. And then cosine theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I sine theta 1 plus theta 2. So this would be theta 1 pi over 4. Theta 2 would be 3 pi over 4. So all you really have to do is plug the numbers in and simplify. So for R1 I'll put 3, for R2 I'll put 2. Cosine of theta 1 pi over 4, theta 2, 3 pi over 4, then plus I sine, angles are the same, pi over 4 plus 3 pi over 4. 3 times 2 is 6. Pi over 4 plus 3 pi over 4 is pi. And now it looks like that. And this is what we call trig form. Alright, we've talked about that before. Sometimes your book wants you to put the answer in trig form. Sometimes it wants standard form. So if the book asks for trig form, you'd be done here. If it wants standard form, then you'd have to go a little further. Cosine of pi is right here. So the cosine of pi would be the x, or -1. The sine of pi, which is 0, would be plus I times 0. 6 times -1 is -6. 6 times I times 0 is still 0. So the final answer is 6. And that would be the answer if we were going for standard form. Okay. Go ahead and try number 65. So there's our two numbers. And he wants you to find z1 times z2. Go ahead and press pause, see if you can figure it out. Well, the formula says z1 times r1 times r2 for 10 times the cosine of add pi over 2 plus 3 pi over 2, and that becomes 2 pi plus I sine pi over 2 plus 3 pi over 2 is 2 pi. Okay, and that's not quite the answer you have in the back of the book, because we know the cosine of 2 pi is 0. It's the same as 0, because 2 pi and 0 are coterminal. So cosine of 0 plus I sine of 0, and this is probably the answer in the back of the book, because the book asks for trig form.